Okay, so me and my wife do a fair bit of riding, and a fair bit of it is actually not long distance, but long enough. We like to get out of town and go for rides on our bikes. Uh, and we've up to now been using, like your, I'll just grab one here, like your FRS, GMRS style radios. These are Midlands. Um, and uh, we have them hooked up and allows us to, of course, communicate with each other. But I don't know. This sounds okay. They're not fantastically great. The bonus of is that I can, if there's a bunch of people, I can hear everybody talking. But we wanted to try some Bluetooth ones, and I honestly didn't want to be dropping $400, $500, $600 on a pair of Bluetooth like Senna's um, when I didn't know if I was going to like them to start with. So Shark, again, for those of you who don't know Shark, um, I've also previously to this reviewed a pair of gloves from Shark, which if you haven't seen it, please go take a look. It's quite good. Good gloves. Not that the video is that great, but whatever. But they're big into computer speakers. No, they're not. They're big into motorcycle speakers, not computer speakers, motorcycle speakers. And anything that you can mount kind of on your handlebars and get some good sound. So they're kind of into that whole sound thing, which was good for me. And they also have a big series of different bike-to-bike intercoms. So I went online and looked at them, and I basically reached out to Shark and I said, you know what? Which is the best ones you got? Because their prices are decent. Their prices are honestly anywhere from like 50 to 100 and change for not just one, but a pair of these, which is awesome. So they contacted me back and they said, yeah, the shkmhf9. So that is a mouthful. So basically, it's the HF9s is what I think they kind of go by, and that's them right there. Here they be. So pretty exciting. That's them, right? There they are. So what are they? Well, motorcycle 4-way conference Bluetooth intercom headsets with FM radio. Mouthful. So let's go over what it says. It's on the box. So first off, Shark. Full duplex wireless Bluetooth hands-free intercom communication. That's really the part I wanted. Up to 4 riders for 4-way conference. Cool. This was the big one, which is one of the ones I wanted. 1,000 meters or 3,280 feet for the range. A2DP Bluetooth for wireless music and audio GPS, which is good. High-end Supreme sound, whatever, with advanced DSP wind noise cancellation technology. Sounds fancy, and I kind of like that. If it works, good. Built-in FM radio tuner. Cool. Honestly, I don't think I'll use that, but neat if it works. This one I like a lot actually. Quick activate Siri for iPhones or S-Voice for Android mobile. That one I like because one of the issues that I always have with my bike is that I can't, with my gloves on, for one, access the phone to get it to do a lot of things. So if I can use Siri, she can do it for me, which is even better. What else do we have here? Easy operation by multifunction knob, which means that there's not a whole bunch of buttons, it's really just a knob on the side. Auto receiving cell phone calls, cool. 3.5mm line in for external audio devices. Now, this supposedly, and again, we'll try this at some point, and it might not be in this review, but it might be in a later one, may allow me to actually plug my FRS radios into these so that I can continue if I'm going on a group with other people. So that could be cool too, if that is actually what it does. Waterproof design, cool. Handles all weather conditions. Well, we'll see about that because it gets pretty cold here. Plug earphone and microphone in helmet, fits into the ear well of all standard helmets. Cool. Up to 150 kilometers per hour speed. That was another one that I asked for. It was long. And last but not least, up to 8 hours of talk time or 150 hours of standby time. So all of that sounds excellent. Kit includes main audio units, hi-fi stereo headset and microphone, mounting bracket, USB charger, 3.5mm audio cable, and a user manual. So again, that's the box. Still the box. Okay, so I'm gonna put it down here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this completely, but I will open it and then I'll show you guys what's in it. All right. So right off the bat, crank her open here. You get the manual. It's not a big manual by any means. It is, you know, I don't know. My guess, a dozen pages or so. But what more do you need? A dozen pages is lots. You get two, of course, because everything's in a pair here, so that's excellent. Pair. I'm not going to put up both. Two of the USB wall chargers. So that's going to be used to charge the headsets up. All right, so you get two of those. Of course, you get two of these. So these are the actual headsets right there. So an A and B switch. Again, I'm not even sure what those do. My guess is that they toggle between your different riders. And this, which is nice, because when you have gloves, I have a friend of mine who has a pair of Bluetooth sets, and his biggest concern or issue is always that with gloves on, it's hard to hit all the buttons. So this is just a toggle. So even with gloves on, I should be able to move that. You just kind of push on the front and spin, right? Which is good. Ooh, antenna, nice. You don't have to make the sound. If you do, it's cool, right? This is where it's going to mount on, and on the bottom, this is where your two things. You got two little jacks here. One I'm guessing is where the microphone will plug in, and one I'm guessing is where, if you have, like I said, my FRS radios or another 3.5mm input would go into these. So cool. You get two of those. Next, I'm going to pull that out so that comes in a little, so you can see it. Right. Just put that back in nice and pretty. That's what that looks like, right? That's what that looks like. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so don't drop it, because you don't want to drop it. So what you get in here then is two little baggies, and these little baggies right here are both sets of microphones and the earpiece and the Velcro and all that stuff for putting these in your helmets. Excellent. Last but not least, this is the double piece for the mounting. So this is where has your USB for your charging, as well as the little clamp that you're going to put into your helmet for the Bluetooth to actually fit on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to try to mount one of these, because even though we're probably not going to do them completely, I'm going to put them on the speakers. I can't talk tonight. I'm going to put them on mine and my wife's helmets, so at least we can get them mounted. My hope is tomorrow, again, I'm going to ride my bike to work, hopefully, if it's not too cold, and we can try them out. We can actually, or I can try at least, maybe Bluetooth into my phone, or making a phone call, or just making sure I can hear them properly and get them set in the right spot. So anyway, slowly put this kind of back together here. Nope, never put it back together. You always get it out, never put it back. So maybe, possibly, close enough. So just so you know, again, this is the Shark Motorcycle Audio shkmhf9, and it is, if it does everything it says it can do, for the $150 US, smoking deal. So I'm gonna hook them up tonight, let you see what it looks like on my full face, and tomorrow I'm gonna go for a ride with them, hopefully. If not tomorrow, in the next couple days for sure. So that should be for you instantaneously, because I'm just gonna put that right on the end of this clip. So cool, guys. Okay, so today we're going to test out these, for this new intercom system from Shark Audio. Did the unboxing, but today we're going to actually go for a ride with them. So I've been playing with them a little bit in the house, and as you can see, just to, I got them on my full face, or my modular, I guess, and I'm going to bring this in a little closer for you. One of the things that they do is they stick in here. Now, I don't know if you can see that. Mine normally have little pouches, but the pouches actually had these up too high, so I'm going to have them out, because when they're up, I can't hear the music and stuff very loud. It sounds very trebly, and I thought it was the speakers, but I think it's just a placement. So bringing them down helps. Also, everything's in place. Hooking it up nice and simple. They just clamp on here. So there's a clamp that goes between the padding, right, and inside. So 2 screws, holds that in place, and then we mount the adapter on. Now my adapter is just charging right now, and I'm going to get it just before we leave. But works really nice. My wife's got hers on, and you're not really going to be able to hear much or anything while I'm riding because we'll be talking between each other. But when I get back, I'll let you know how it went, and I have good expectations of this. I think it'll work great. All right, we'll see you in a bit. What do you mean? What, just wearing that helmet? Oh. Okay. Ready? Christmas Day ride. It is. Up behind you, beside you. Alright, so there's the shark audio right there, and our ride was good. A few pointers. You probably want to make sure that it's connected and working really before you start riding, because you don't want to be fiddling with it. One of the issues on our ride back was we stopped and we turned these off, and I thought I had it on and it wasn't on, and I'm trying to talk and it was a little fiddling, and I'm sure that's something that I'll get used to once we try them for a while. Performance-wise, fantastic riding around in town. They say they're rated for about 160 kilometers. I don't necessarily know if that's true. We got up to around 100 and a little bit of distance between us, not too much. And we were having problems a little bit with the communication between us. There would be times where we'd have to keep repeating each other, and that could honestly be just a lot of wind noise. Again, my wife's bike's really loud, and you get a lot of wind just coming in. But anything under that, 70, 80 kilometers, and when we were directly, behind each other, it was great. There was no issues at all. We could hear each other nice. We kept the intercom on all the time for talking, but I'm sure that if you were on highway speeds, you'd literally just turn it off and listen to your own music or whatever you were doing, and then turn it on when you needed. So just so you know, again, just a little heads up. This one here, we'll turn it on, the big jog wheel. Jog wheel, when you turn it right or left, will adjust volume. If you are in playback mode where you are listening to music, if you hold it one way or hold it the other, she will advance or go backwards in songs. These buttons here will be to switch to the intercom mode. So if you are listening to music and you tap this, she will actually switch to your intercom with your other bike. You can set it up for multiple types of bikes, of course, with just me and my wife. This one was the only one that we were operating with. If a call comes in, it automatically will pick up after, it says 5 seconds, but I think it picked up faster than that. If you don't want to answer it, you just tap this and it declines the call. And last thing for pairing, right at the beginning, if you hold this, you gotta hold it for about 8 seconds, she'll start flashing blue and red. That means she goes into pairing mode. And when you're done your ride, you'll want to click and hold this
until she starts flashing red, or you hear these little beeps in your ear. So again, it's around 7-8 seconds for it to before you start hearing those. But other than that, you know what? For the price, like I said, they're between $100 and $150 US for the pair, which is great. There's a little antenna. We didn't actually ride with the antenna up, and I think maybe that might have helped a little bit. So next time we go out, we're going to try that. One of the other things that I had said previous on this video was down here, that is of course where they plug into your headset and mic. This one here, yes, if you do have another one and it comes with a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter adapter for plugging in like an MP3 player or something like that. But that's also the port that you would use to charge it. So far, that, like I said, really good. We're going to be happy. The big thing, and again, we're used to coming from FRS radios where you have a push-to-talk button. No push-to-talk, you just talk. So, which is nice, and it's just kind of, the noise canceling is great. Neither one of us could hear wind noise, or I could hear a bit of my wife's bike, but she couldn't hear mine. So, good. Receive phone calls, all that works great, especially in the city. Again, when you get out on the highway, you know what? It's not going to act probably as good as maybe some of the higher end models where you're spending a lot of money, but you know what, really good. So this is the Shark F9, must abbreviate it I guess, and I definitely think it's worth the $100, $150 without question. Cool guys, talk to you again later. Bye.